In March of 1965, Viola Gregg Liuzzo of Detroit traveled all the way to Montgomery, Alabama to march against racial injustice. There she was chased down and shot to death.
Her 5 children lived through that tragedy, and now decades later, her daughter Sally is in desperate need of help, so she called former Channel 7 news hawk Jerry Stanecki. And Jerry contacted Bill Spencer and the Call for Action team for help.
Sally, it's time for your medicine.
At home in Novi, Sally Liuzzo Prado prepares to take just some of the more than 10 prescription drugs she has to take every day to deal with her disabilities, including post-traumatic stress disorder. You see, Sally has led a very painful life.
My sister and I were in our bedroom and we saw light flashing outside, and we looked outside and there was a cross burning on our yard, and I was just terrified.
It all started March 25th, 1965. Sally was just 6 years old when her mother, Viola Gregg Liuzzo, traveled to Selma, Alabama, all by herself to march against racial violence and segregation against blacks. Viola was only 39, a mother of 5 from Detroit, Michigan, when, after marching along with Martin Luther King Jr. that day, she was chased down by 4 Ku Klux Klansmen and shot to death.
My dad was not the type of man to scream. He was a, really strong man. And I heard him just screaming at the top of his lungs, "Mama's dead, Mama's dead."
After her mother's shocking murder, instead of compassion, back here in Detroit, Sally and her family faced even more hatred.
I was walking to school on my first day back, and grown-up neighbors had lined the street, and they were throwing rocks at me, calling me N-lover's baby, and I didn't know what that meant.
Now, almost 50 years later, Sally lives all alone in this small mobile home in Novi. She's disabled, unable to work, and is living on Social Security disability payments.
What I pay here for my lot rent and my doctor bills and medical bills, there is nothing left.
But Sally's biggest problem is that she hasn't had a working vehicle in more than a year. The only car she has 189,000 miles on it, and it needs $2,000 in repairs just to get it running again. So with nowhere else to turn, Sally called me and the Call for Action team.
Sally, your mom fought against injustices, and I consider the fact you don't have a car to be an injustice. We're going to help you.
Thank you so much. I have been praying for a year, and it just would mean the world to me. I can't even express it into words what it would mean.
So this is very important tonight. We are trying to get a vehicle, just a working vehicle, nothing fancy, for Sally, so that she can get to her doctor's appointment. She has to go to the doctor's several times every month because of the disabilities that she suffers. So we're looking for someone to donate a used car. Again, nothing fancy. If you think you can help us, if you're a car dealer, if you're a private person, the phone number to call, or the email to email me at, better, is bspencer@WXYZ.com, bspencer@WXYZ.com.
With all the sacrifices made, I'm sure somebody will come through.
I hope so.
Yeah, thank you, Bill.
Oh, thanks, Bill.